Last night it was a complete team effort for the Athletics, and it had been a while. Everything was clicking. The defense, the offense, and Drew Pomeranz was at his best as he collected his second win of the season and even up this series with the Red Sox. Today in the rubber game of this series, it's the ace, Sonny Gray, to the hill. He has been the constant of the staff, and he has taken his game to a new level in this 2015 season. Gray and the A's go for the series win, and it's coming up next. Day baseball from the O.co Coliseum. Fans taking Bart. They'll head inside, and it is the rubber game of the series. We got a sleeping panda, and we got an ace, and a lot more. Should be a good game this afternoon, and we're looking forward to a third and final game of this series from the Coliseum. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland A's coming up on Comcast Sportsnet California. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, we hope last night was a building block, maybe a building block to a winning streak. But, Ray, best all-around game of the year, I think. I know, and where do you start? Because so many great things happened last night that hopefully this will be a great start for the Athletics. And it basically starts with the offense. Home runs, they hit 3 last night. Josh Reddick, a big 4-hit night, including the home run. And Marcus Semien got the knuckleball. He's also swinging the bat very well. But you can never discount what defense has done. This started in the first inning, and maybe a great defensive play with Coco throwing out. The Huston Pedroia started the offense, but the defense continued with Stephen Vogt, a sliding concentration. How about that? To make a great play near the Boston dugout. And then the pitching by Drew Pomeranz. He went 7 innings again, finished off by the bullpen for 2 innings. A perfect way to pitch and play a game last night. The A's did everything, and let's hope they can build on it this afternoon. And when it's the rubber game of the series, it's nice to have your ace going. Right. And Sonny Gray will try to go 5-0 this afternoon. Well, Sonny Gray is outstanding. I mean, who better to start a day game after a night game and trying to win 2? All these factors in because it is a day game. It's at home. The A's trying to win 2 in a row. Sonny Gray has been outstanding, and there's no doubt that when he takes the mound every time, he feels he's going to win, and he feels he's going to rest the bullpen. See all those great numbers, but when he does pitch, it is usually a pretty good outing for Sonny Gray. And he's going to be opposed by the left-hander Wade Miley, who has struggled his first year with the Red Sox. He's got an ERA just a shade under 7. So that's your pitching matchup, rubber game of the series from the Coliseum. We'll have lineups and first pitch when we come back. It's the A's and the Boston Red Sox.
is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's hottest sandwich is back. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. By Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places. And by DraftKings.com. Play daily fantasy baseball for free on DraftKings.com with the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Enter promo code SLIDER for free entry.
Well, one of the A's hottest hitters, Josh Reddick, takes the lineup card out. Maybe that's good luck. Rubber game of the series. Once in a while, you'll see a player take the lineup card out. Nice day for baseball. Game time weather presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is kicking off summer this Saturday with free performances by Circus of Nations. 60 degrees, a nice light breeze. There's some clouds in the sky, but overall a nice day for baseball. And it sounds like there may be some rain coming in tonight and into tomorrow.
Exactly.
Maybe a good time to have a day off. That's what the A's will have tomorrow. So let's look at the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Mookie Betts leads off in center, then Pedroia at second, Ortiz the DH, Ramirez at left. Sandoval moves up a slot. He'll hit fifth. Then Brock Holt plays short. Daniel Nava plays first. Jackie Bradley Jr. in right, and Sandy Leone is the catcher.
Sonny Gray making his 8th start of this season. Of course, near perfect 4-0. And in other games, he's actually left with a lead. There's only one game, and that was in Kansas City, that he left trailing. But in today's start against the Red Sox, he's not seen them that much. Of course, they have not seen him either. So that should make a big difference as far as today's start by Sonny Gray trying to win the series for the Athletics.
So defensively, it's Coco Crisp, Billy Burns, Josh Reddick in the outfield, Laurie, Simeon, Sogard, and Canna on the infield, with Fegley doing the catching. So we're set for baseball as Mookie Betts starts walking up. Josh Fegley getting a start today.
We caught him the second game that Sonny Gray pitched, although bullpen side sessions during spring training, so there is familiarity because the catchers do work a lot, even though they may not catch pitchers during the regular season games. And the important thing is for Sonny Gray has his way that he wants to pitch, and this is almost a catcher following a pitcher versus a pitcher following the catcher.
So here's Betts. 241 the average with 5 homers, 20 RBIs, and the first pitch of the ball game in first strike.
Yeah, kind of thinking about Josh Reddick taking the lineup card out. I'm always wondering how a player, if he has anything to say to the umpires during a game, how can you take the lineup card out?
Shake their hand.
Yeah, say, hey, how you doing? I'm going to be all over you today. You better make some good calls. But, you know, that's something that Bob Melvin will do. He'll share the wealth, have the bench coach, coaches himself, different players, and trying to get something that works on a consistent basis.
1-1 pitch. Betts pops it up. Straight back just below us, so the count 1-2. Mookie Betts is 2 for 9 in the series. Both those hits came on Monday night, and both those hits drove in runs. So he's got a couple of RBIs in the series. He's walked once.
As we have mentioned, Ricky Henderson, the all-time, really the greatest leadoff hitter, and you mentioned the leadoff home runs, and I would think that he's looking at Mookie Betts as being similar type of player, the Hall of Famer, because he does lead off. He's hit 5 home runs, has the speed, covers a lot of ground in the outfield, of course playing in center field, but there will never be another Ricky Henderson when it comes to doing everything the way he did throughout his great career.
2-2 pitch to Betts. Swing and a miss and a good breaking ball, and that's how this ball game starts. So good tight, maybe a slider.
Yep, yes, slider.
Batting in the second position, second baseman, number 15.
Welcome to the Coliseum. The view quarter and left blowing to left, the view quarter and right blowing to right.
There you
That's called swirling winds.
How do you explain it? You just do what Laurie just did, right? You give the home run signal. Here's Pedroia. First pitch to Pedroia outside.
Josh Reddick pointed out after he made the play how the wind was affecting some of the balls hit to right field. Balls that he almost overran. Great all-around game for the Athletics last night.
Yeah, those are the kind you'd like to bottle up and hold on to and use them a few times. Well, they made 5 or 6 above average defensive plays. They hit home runs. Pomeranz was great.
Well, we had at least 5 that we pointed out, and Reddick, of course, was in there, maybe 6. And Bob Melvin said he had 7 marks for a great defensive play, so he had another one in there that maybe we did not. But there were some great ones, and evidently there's been a scoring change. BI told us that instead of the air going to Marcus Semien, Max Muncy gets the air on the throw to first base, so.
Which we thought was probably the right call. I think Muncy, it's a throw he should have had.
Yeah, exactly.
Pedroia hits it high and fouled on the right field line. So the count 2-2.
You know, a lot has been made about Marcus Semien and the number of errors, and you know, bottom line, he's playing every day at shortstop. And you could say, well, he's swinging a bat, that'll make up for it. He wants to play solid defense, which he's going to. And the more he plays, the more comfortable he's going to be there. And Mike Gallego said he works harder than anybody. Semien will ask him to go out and take extra ground balls. So he does the work.
Laurie charges, gets a good hop, throws in time. So 2 away here in the first inning, and here's our T-Mobile game changer talking about that defense last night. Here are some of these great plays. It started with a nice throw from Coco Crisp, and then Coco hustled back, made a nice play there. Sogard with his back to home plate. Stephen Vogt, that's never an easy play. Fold. Reddick made a couple of nice plays, so there was a whole bunch last night.
Well, they're the 5 that we had, and then add 2 more. But I think from the manager's standpoint, he has a lineup card, and he's going to show them. Of course, pitching by Drew Pomeranz was outstanding, 7 innings. So all in all, a great game against a very good team, the Boston Red Sox.
Quick strike to David Ortiz. Ortiz hitting .234. There's the shift. Talk about David Ortiz and the shift a little bit today. And we've seen David at times show bunt, although I don't think it's really something he wants to do. But
the best case, have him come up with 2 outs, and you know he's not going to. He's going to try to put a run on the board instead of bunting and taking a couple of hits to score him. Mike Knapp with the afternoon off. He's not playing at first. John Farrell, what a great job he did in 13 to take a team that was in last in 12 and take them to the World Championship in 13. A lot because of his style of managing and letting the players play the game. And they did a great job.
3rd season for John Farrell. A World Series championship in 2013, but a tough year last year.
If we were talking and have talked since Carl Willis took over job as pitching coach when he was relieved of his duties, and I asked John, I said, as a pitching coach but a manager also, how much are you helping Carl? And he said at the beginning, yes, because John Farrell's familiar with the pitchers, and here you have a new pitching coach coming in, and Carl Willis, he will and has been a great pitching coach, but he's taken over a club in May that he has not even been with. So yeah, he'll talk to John Farrell and try to get some points of interest about the starters and the bullpen. This is what you do not need. And pitchers want a flow. They want the pace of the game. And again, I know it won't happen, but I'm still a believer that that's where the add subtract comes in.
Sure.
That pitcher's got an idea what he wants to do, and the catcher, and you know, they say about the signs for the infielders, and I know Kurt Young probably hates to hear me talk about it, but bottom line, you want the pitcher to be in that nice groove, that flow.
You don't see the wipe off nearly as much anymore.
A lot of people don't like it because they say it takes away from the infielders and the pitches that are going to be throwing the positioning. But bottom line, you'd rather see the pace of a game of a pitcher who gets in a nice groove. And there have been some great pitchers that use the add and subtract.
On the ground, and that'll do it. So Canna flips to Sonny Gray. Ortiz is retired, and a good first inning for Sonny Gray. We're headed to the bottom of the first. No score. of the first. It'll be Crisp, Simeon, Reddick, Butler, Laurie, Canna, Fegley, Burns, and Sogard. Who they facing, Ray?
The veteran Wade Miley. The A's are seeing it for the first time. Matter of fact, he's never seen the A's because he was in the National League with the Diamondbacks, acquired by the Red Sox. But you look at those numbers and you say, well, it's a pretty good matchup. The A's favored, but you never know what can happen. Miley, a lefty, he's a crafty lefty, and just never know what he's capable of doing. He's not happy with the numbers that he's put up, especially with his new team. But he's not really overpowering. Fastball upper 80s, low 90s, but he will move the ball around.
1-1 to Coco Crisp. Crisp, Simeon, and Reddick here in the bottom of the first. Miley came over in a trade from the Diamondbacks in December. Red Sox sent a couple of young pitchers down to Arizona. Interesting, the Red Sox traded for Miley, and he was nowhere near free agency. I think this is just his 4th full year in the big leagues, but they gave him a contract extension soon after acquiring him, a 3-year, $19 million deal. So it basically took him through his arbitration years. So that's a nice welcome gift. So Coco with a leadoff walk, and here's the defense for the Red Sox. Ramirez, Betts, and Bradley. And then Sandoval, Holt, Pedroia, and Nava with Sandy Leon doing the catching.
Yeah, I was thinking back in the 70s, the great owner of the Red Sox, Tom Yawkey. And they had Yawkey Way right outside Fenway Park. But it makes you kind of wonder, like the Red Sox give Miley the extension. Mr. Yawkey used to do that with everybody he signed back in the 70s, and they called it the country club because nobody made money then except for the Red Sox. The players did. And there was one story about a catcher who joined the club, and he looked at his contract. He says, "You don't make enough to play on this team." Gave him a new contract. Wow. So, I mean, that kind of made it very nice to want to play. But now you think of the money that's in the game, and the players want to play for the Red Sox, the teams that can afford to pay the money. And here's a guy that really, and especially if you're not close to free agency, and you're automatically saying, why wouldn't the player take it or pitcher take it?
And he's 3 years away from free agency, and it, you know, whether it's a team-friendly deal, player-friendly deal, the point is it's $19 million.
And it's guaranteed. In baseball, everything is guaranteed, unlike some other sports.
He's from Hammond, Louisiana. Southeastern Louisiana was the college. High draft pick by the Diamondbacks.
Ron Guidry, they call the Louisiana Lightning when he pitched for the Yankees from Louisiana. He could pitch. Yes. He could win 20 games at the drop of a hat.
So you had that hard slider thrown at your back foot a few times from Ron Guidry.
Yes. And Greg Nettles at third to take that giant step towards the line, knowing that if he did hit it, it was going to be down the third base line and he would field it.
So Simeon with a walk, back-to-back walks to open up the bottom of the first. So here comes a very hot hitter in Reddick. And Leon will check with Miley.
Right fielder, number 22, Josh Reddick.
Reddick with a home run last night. A high towering drive down the right field line.
Well, I thought his conversation with us post-game, Kite, was just right on, because in your point about him using the whole field, he's just reacting now. And you get the home run swing out of your mind, that's when you hit home runs, because you're not trying. And Josh Reddick is in that groove right now, and as he knows he's going to be in the lineup, which is great, especially hitting third.
Well, in our post-game interview with Reddick, he verified what we have thought all along, that this is the best he's swung the bat since joining the A's. We're down the left field line, hooking into the corner and foul.
And after a couple of balls that were hit last night that we said Wednesday day game, it might be a little different. I think we just saw it. The ball was hit well by Reddick going opposite field, but it did carry.
Runners in scoring position. The A's have 3 in the top 5, including Reddick at 462. Here's another example, Ray. Back in 2012, when Reddick hit 32 home runs, his batting average was 242, and he struck out 151 times, which is a high amount.
Right.
Well, this year, the batting average is .346, and he has only struck out 11 times. He's actually walked more than he has struck out this year. And
right now, they're shifting him to the right side. The whole left side of the infield virtually is open. The shortstop playing near second. And to your point, after 2 strikes, he's using the whole field. And even with the lefty, trying to keep the right shoulder closed and not opening up. And hit the ball to the opposite field if he gets it.
Slider, he did not go, so we got a full count with great speed on the bases. Early opportunity for the A's.
That's a great take. Slider away. Now here's an interesting thing. Sandoval way off the line of third. It's a foot race to the bag. Should the A's send both runners? Probably won't.
They're not going, and the ball's bounced toward first. Nava has it. Nava's going to hustle to the bag. He'll beat Reddick there, and the runners move up. So a productive out for Reddick.
You see Miley a little slow getting to first base, and Nava, and we saw it last night, that the pitcher has to immediately break. Nava was getting ready to flip it to his pitcher and realized he was not going to get there and had to race hard and quick to the bag to get Josh Reddick before he reached the bag.
Exmo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. So that'll bring up Billy Butler. Butler is 3 for 10 in this series. Overall, he's hitting .257 with 3 homers and 17 RBIs.
Another thing Josh Reddick said last night, thought was impressive in the first inning, just trying to hit the ball on the ground to the second baseman to score the run with the infield back and 1 out. He ends up getting a base hit. Billy Butler trying to do the same in this at bat, second and third, 1 out, infield back.
Fastball close but a bit inside. Couple of walks, and now they're in scoring position. Tapped at the plate, 1-2. $18 pitches per inning is the average for Miley this year, 7th most in the majors. And he's had a lot of struggle innings. Butler toward third. Sandoval has it. Fair ball. Safe at third. Throw to first. Butler's out there. So Sandoval figured a slow runner at home plate, and Butler, he could take a chance at trying to tag Coco, and he almost got him.
Well, unfortunate ground ball, but one of the only places that they're going to check to see if they tag him. And it's a tag play, not a force play. And I think they were holding off a little bit, but you're right. Sandoval knew he had a slower hitter. And Coco just barely getting around the tag. He did. Should have bumped him and knocked him to the ground.
And I think that's exactly what would have happened if he would have bumped him. But Sandoval moves around very well. We all know he's a big guy, but he plays good third base.
You said the Panda was asleep in the dugout?
Panda was taking a quick nap in the dugout before the game. Center field. Laurie hit it on the button, but right at bet. So the A's, a missed opportunity in the first. They strand a pair. No score after 1.
That's what they're talking about. Thursday, May the 28th against the New York Yankees. 15,000 fans will receive this one-of-a-kind Stephen Vogt referee bobblehead driven by Chevrolet, which features audio of his referee calls and the famous chant. If you believe in Stephen Vogt, get your tickets right now by calling 877-493-BALL or visit athletics.com/tickets. And I would suggest strongly, we have seen long lines before for bobbleheads, but I think for that particular bobblehead, get in line early to make sure you get the one-of-a-kind.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that could be, and I'm really not exaggerating.
Yeah.
That could turn out to be the most popular one in a
agree.
long time.
I agree. Now, nothing against Mike Gallegos, which is coming later.
No, certainly not. Yeah,
that's got the you get a mechanical right arm that's waving runners in.
That battery operated, or
I hope so. But Mike Gallego with his bobblehead this year, and Stephen Vogt as a referee. So all good things happening this year with the A's.
Strike called to Hanley Ramirez. Ramirez, Sandoval, Holt. Hanley Ramirez has not been happy with some calls in this series. And that one's hit into right field and a base hit. So fastball away, and Ramirez, a nice job of hitting. And he will do that. You'll see him try to hit the ball at the ballpark, and then when he gets to 2 strikes, he'll just do this.
A high fastball, and that's one of the biggest differences there. That you throw a high fastball, it really helps the hitter to go to the opposite field, as Ramirez did so well.
So leadoff man aboard. That's the first hit for the Red Sox. Here's Sandoval. Some of the boos in the crowd. Sandoval 1 for 8 in the series, and of course that won the home run in extra innings on Monday. So all kinds of struggles right-handed. We know about that, but as a left-handed hitter, it's a different story. He has the best batting average in the American League against right-handed pitching. 388. So all kinds of good stuff right-handed, all kinds of bad stuff, or left-handed, all kinds of bad stuff right-handed for Sandoval. That could be the greatest discrepancy in baseball history.
The splits.
The splits.
Well, you won't see many do this against Castro. An 0-2 fastball. He missed location. Chest high. Rocket. And Josh Reddick. You know, anytime there's a clothesline rope home run, you think you have a chance to catch it. And Reddick went back, and it was over his head, and he banged into the wall before he could even think about it.
And Sandoval swings at a pitch in the dirt, and he strikes out. Second strikeout for Sonny Gray. Good sharp breaking ball from Gray.
Well, Fegler did a good job. He put his catcher's mitt on the ground, basically saying, "Watch this. That's where I want you to throw it," and that's exactly what he did. And Fegler did a good job of blocking it. So when you put the glove on the ground and you want the ball in the dirt, you better be confident that you're going to block the ball. And what Marcus Jensen does with both catchers, works extensively on blocking balls in the dirt, and that paid off on that one with the 2 strikes.
So here's Brock Holt getting a start at shortstop. Holt kind of a super sub for the Red Sox, able to play all over the place. Today making his 4th start at shortstop. He's been in right field, second base, short, third, left, center. All those different positions he has made at least 1 start in this year.
And he can run. And that's one of his attributes. And to have the speed, of course, to cover the ground in the outfield, although playing short today, but getting down the line.
Ramirez doesn't look like he's going anywhere. So now 1-2 to Holt with Daniel Nava in the on-deck circle. So Bogart's getting the afternoon off. Victorino also not in the lineup today. Holt looks like he went around, but the ball is going to get past Fegley, and Holt is going to be out on the strikeout, but it's going to allow Ramirez to go to second base. So another strikeout for Sonny Gray.
Well, that was the curveball that we saw with the block with Sandoval. But this hard slider actually goes down like a splitter. Came up, hit the catcher's mitt in the hard part, and while the technique was good with the glove on the ground, the ball just happened to hit the wrong spot, hit hard, and that's why it ricocheted away from Fegley.
So a wild pitch for Gray. His 5th of the year. So here's Daniel Nava. Nava hitting 136 with 6 RBIs. He's 6 for 44. All 6 of his hits singles. Nava used to be a switch hitter, but now he is just left-handed. So Victorino gave up left-handed hitting. Nava gave up right-handed hitting. You don't see that very often. 2 guys on the same team. They're going to start wanting Sandoval to give up right-handed hitting too.
Actually, Victorino was saying that, mentioned something about only hitting right-handed. He said, I wish I could hit left-handed. So he had the injury a couple of years ago that maybe it's just prohibiting him. But you're right about Sandoval.
He doesn't look right at all, right-handed. And
you know, once a hitter gets familiar and comfortable, why not change?
Tough play. Coco running hard, and it falls fair, and a run's going to score.
Wow.
It just fell in no man's land, and the Red Sox lead 1-0. So Nava found an opening down the left field line.
As long as that ball was in the air, you have to think somebody should have caught it. That's the surprise, and really surprised that Nava ends up just at first. He must not have been running because, again, the ball was up in the air a long time. But so the base hit, then the wild pitch puts the runner in scoring position.
So here's Jackie Bradley Jr. swings at the first pitch, hits one to left center, shallow. Coco's over there. He's got it, side retired. So a run on a couple of hits. We're going to the bottom of the second. It'll be Canna, Fegley, and Burns. 1-0 Red Sox. Baseball. Log on to CSNCalifornia.com as our A's insider Joe Stiglitz provides wire-to-wire reporting of the A's 2015 season. He's got breaking news, video, special features, and more only on CSNCalifornia.com. Hey, that guy reads CSNCalifornia.com. He goes right to Joe Stiglitz to get all the A's updates. 1-0 Red Sox lead. Canna, Fegley, and Burns. These are 13-22 on the season, so this is game number 36. So closing in on the quarter mark of this season already. In the air, right center. Betts back. The ball carrying today, and looked like that one got a little help from the wind. But Betts makes the play. Wade Miley with the shutdown inning opportunity.
I think he had one in the first inning, first and second, nobody out with walks, and ends up getting a couple of ground ball outs, one to the third baseman, and then the fly ball that would love to have with just one out, so kind of reversed it, and he got out of the inning, and his club scored a run, kind of a gift run.
Miley's one win this year was at Tampa Bay. It was on the 21st of April. He went 5 2/3 innings and did not give up any runs. And he's also had a couple starts that have been ugly. April 15th, he gave up 7 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings. On April 26th, he gave up 6 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings. So there's your 6.91 ERA coming in. The Red Sox need him to turn it around.
Back-to-back changeups, one way off the plate, the next one a good pitch. Leon getting his first start this afternoon behind the plate.
3-2 now to Fegley.
20 pitches the first inning, so his average 18. So he's above average in the first inning, and another 3-2 count here.
And a 3-2 breaking ball, and Fegley watches it, and he's got a walk.
Wow. Sometimes I always amazed at the calls of pitches. And I mean, like you're going to fool somebody. I think the only adage about 3-2, I'm not going to walk you, I'm going to challenge you. I mean, you could throw a changeup, which he just threw a good one. It throws a curve, doesn't even break. And so really you're benefiting the hitter. You're not going to fool him that badly on a 3-2 curveball unless you got a real sharp hammer.
So here's Burns, shows bunt, takes a strike. Miley's always had a pretty good pickoff move. Now, Fegley's not necessarily going to be running, but it's something to keep an eye on with the speed guys in the A's lineup. A very good left-handed move.
Yeah, Campaneris, the great shortstop for the A's in the 70s, in town for the Minute of Fun golf tournament tomorrow. He and John Blue Moon Odom, and Campy was talking to Billy Burns, and Campy said that when he was playing, he would work on his bunting a half-hour a day, just trying to bunt. He talked about bunting with 2 strikes.
Past Holt into center field. Fegley to second. He'll stop there.
Billy Burns, the speed. Of course, he's the trailing runner now, but that was a bullet. And you get a base hit on a ball like that, that's hit so hard, the shortstop really handcuffed because it was hit so hard, but the count, it helped him, and fortunately he did get a base hit. Maybe I spoke a little bit too quickly, but the ball hit that hard, no chance for a fielder to really get in front of it. Tried to take it on the side. Of course, hit so hard it might have gone through him if he tried to get in front of it.
So that'll bring up Sogard, who takes the first pitch strike. So 2 base runners in the first inning for the A's, 2 more base runners here in the second. Very close pitch. It's 1-1.
Playing Sogard in the opposite field as he has been hitting in this series, especially with a lefty. Hard slider, and that's the way it should be thrown. We saw last night Drew Pomeranz was throwing a breaking pitch very hard, and that's why lefties had a tough time with him last night.
Sogard is 4 for 9 in the series with 3 RBIs. Been a good hitter lately. 11 hits in his last 30 at bats. And really playing. I mean, he's played every day.
Yes, he has.
For about a month now.
And he's enjoying it very much, coming up some big hits, playing great defense.
And we're starting to see Ben Zobrist do more activities, but it's still going to be a little while. And we don't have any exact time frame on Ben Zobrist, but I can't imagine he's going to be still at least a couple weeks away. In the air to right. Bradley getting back. Bradley's there. He's got it. Fegley will tag and go to third. Be tough to get a ball between Bradley and Betts. They are two of the best defensive outfielders in the American League.
Hanging breaking ball went again to the 3-2 breaking ball, this time in the vicinity of the strike zone. Sogard swinging. But could not drop it in between them or over the head of Bradley.
Coco walked in the first. Coco 0 for 25 to start the season. There's that move, and Nava makes a nice play, but you can see right there why he's tough to read if you're a base runner.
That's why the all-time base stealer down in the walkway, he'll try to figure out something that Wade Miley might be doing. And then there's Ricky Henderson, of course, very adept at watching the move of a pitcher. As Ricky always said, I never paid attention to the clock.
Nope, no need.
They had a clock on me, I'd never stole a base. But he always would read the pitcher and figure out something the pitcher might be doing.
In for a strike to Coco. So Miley for the second inning in a row trying to work his way through a jam. Burns with a huge lead at first. Miley, not a hard thrower.
Now, the way the middle infielders are spread, Kai, if Burns happened to be picked off, and if he's going on first move, just keep running. Because it's going to be hard for the first baseman Nava to make a good, strong throw to second base if he does that.
Right to Sandoval. Nice big hop. He was playing in. He fires across. In time, two more stranded for the A's. They've stranded 4 in the first 2 innings. So we're on to the third. Red Sox 1, A's nothing.
This one.
Now your team can collaborate at a whole new level with video walls from Prism. Learn how at prism.com. Good stuff in there. You could spend a good hour in there. 1-0. The Red Sox lead. The catcher Sandy León. First look at him in this series. Injuries have hit the Red Sox catching core. There's a strike. Leone is a switch hitter. He was acquired by Boston from Washington right before the season, March 30th. In for a strike, and the count 1-2.
Well, an injury to one could benefit another. In the case of Swihart, I think the Red Sox, maybe they didn't want him up here as quickly as he's here, but he has proven and shown that he can catch and play at this level. I think that's a good bonus, big bonus for the Red Sox. One of those young guys that figure eventually will be locked up to long-term contract.
Now, the Red Sox have two highly touted young catchers. We see Swihart and a man by the name of Christian Vasquez, who is injured. But he's very highly thought of as well. So
wasn't it Vasquez and Hennigan to start the season?
And Hennigan was hurt as well, so that's why Swihart's in the big leagues. Canna, a couple steps in foul territory, and Sandy Leone is retired.
Yeah, because Vasquez was up last year. And
he was, yeah.
Both catchers, Hennigan and Vasquez, hurt almost the same time. Hennigan, the unfortunate foul ball. There's Swihart's had a good series and playing very well.
So anyway, we've talked about a lot of the new players for the Red Sox this year, and there certainly is quite a few of them. Seeing Wade Miley, but the list of players that are gone from last year is even longer than the list of new guys. And we're talking about whether it be a trade during last year's season or in the off season. But listen to this list, Ray. Cespedes, Gomes, Berzinski, Sizemore, Middlebrooks, Ross, Drew, Miller, Lester, Lackey, Peavy, Dubron. All those guys at this time last year were with the Red Sox.
That's right. Yeah, that is
or most of them. Cespedes was traded in the offseason, but I mean, they really have overhauled their roster.
And while we have talked about the familiarity of the players, new players, well, John Farrell said the same thing about his club.
Sure.
Exactly. There's so many new players, and it takes a while for them to be together, play together, and know what each other's going to be doing.
I mean, Lester traded during the season, of course. Peavy was traded during the season. Cespedes was acquired and then traded.
Lackey was traded to the Cardinals.
Yeah, Lackey.
How about his contract? I mean, a good one because, but he's making minimum this year.
Yeah.
Just because the contract stated that if he had surgery and missed a year, that the last one would be at a minimum. And he said, "I'm okay with it. Got 85."
Yeah, he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
2-2 to Mookie Betts.
But it's good that somebody at least would say that in the negotiation. Not many would say, because you miss a whole year Tommy John surgery, you get paid, and then you come back. And in the case of Darvish, they're hopeful that he can come back next year with the Rangers, because that back into the contract is, I mean, he's probably 1 year away from being a free agent after next year. So you have it, but give John Lackey a lot of credit to negotiate that in his contract, and as it turned out, he's fine with the fact that he's a minimum salary player. It's a multi-year major league player.
Betts hits one high right field, but foul. I mean, basically, Lester, Lackey, and Peavy were replaced with Porcello, Masterson, and Miley. Again, those guys, Lester, Lackey, Peavy, were all traded at or near the trade deadline. Pretty good players on that list. And Betts swings and misses. Tag put on. Strikeout number 4 for Sonny Gray.
Well, it went to slider 3-2 after fastball that it did not get around on, but the aggressive Betts swung and pitched in the dirt. Nice stop by Fegley, but again, the slider that Sonny Gray is throwing, while it is a slider, it's going down like a splitter. You can see the rotation in our XMO and see the way the ball is breaking, but that is a very hard pitch, especially if he can get it side to side and then go down. He's got several types of pitches he can throw off just the slider.
No walks and 4 strikeouts for Sonny Gray. Just a bloop single that knocked in a run in the second inning, the only run in the game. That one's hit hard. Sogard dives just off the tip of his glove, and Pedroia has a hit. That's the 3rd hit off Sonny Gray. Among the league leaders, tied for 4th in wins. ERA, he's 2nd. Only Dallas Keuchel has a better ERA. Opponent's batting average, he's 5th. He's 2nd in innings and 6th in strikeouts. So he really is off to a great start, making his 8th start of the year tonight.
You see that home run total? Dustin Ackley. That's it.
1.
That's it. 2nd start against Seattle here.
The A's have played a lot of division games this year, so this is the 2nd time that Sonny Gray is making a start against a non-AL West team. He started against Kansas City. (2-0) now to David Ortiz. Ortiz grounded out to first to end the first. Shift is on with Laurie, the 3rd baseman, playing right at the shortstop spot. Over the head of Canna. Sogard's there. So is Sonny Gray. And the flip to first in time. So let's go 4-1 on the putout. And that'll end the Red Sox in the top of the 3rd.
Shortstop, number 10, Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien to lead it off for the A's. 1-0 Red Sox here in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to Semien is outside. Semien walked in the 1st inning. He's 3 for 10 in the series. Triple home run. And all 3 of those hits came last night. It's been fun watching Marcus Semien play every day. Saw him a little bit with the White Sox, but drives this one to right center, but again, Betts with a good jump. Still going back. It's over his head. Up against the wall. Semien to 2nd. He's going to try for 3rd, and he's going to make it with a slide. Misplayed by Betts in center, even though the ball was very well hit. But I think the wind may have took that ball a little bit as well.
Plus, he drifted on it just enough, and Marcus Semien did not hesitate. He ran hard, and he hit the ball hard, but as Betts went after, did a little drifting right here, and they thought he had it, then all of a sudden the wind got it, took it, and Marcus Semien, who was running hard anyway, did not assume it was going to be caught, kept running, and those long strides, he made it to third, and he is there with nobody out, and that is a very good play on Marcus Semien's part.
And Reddick, first pitch, skies one right in the middle of the diamond, right near the mound. And Pedroia, the veteran, says, you know what, everybody, I got this one under control. He came charging in, and it was right near the mound.
Well, Reddick just trying to hit the ground ball, got under it, and very upset as there was an RBI there, and all he had to do is hit the ball on the ground. Sandoval fighting the sun, and that's why Pedroia a better angle with the sun. And so again, now the corner infielders are play in. Nava looking in to see where he's supposed to play.
Middle infield back. First pitch to Butler is a strike. Butler had an opportunity in the first inning, second and third, one out, and he grounded to Sandoval. So another opportunity. He's have squandered a few in the first couple innings. That one rolled foul.
And the pitch is inside to Butler. Really, all he can do is pull him, which he did on the 1-2 pitch in the first inning. Similar situation with second and third that time. And if he can inside out hit the ball to the right side, that would be his best approach.
Laurie will be next. Shallow right center. Betts coming in. Bradley coming in. It's going to be Bradley. He's got it. Semien bluffs, goes back, and a great throw by Bradley. Bradley is a very good outfielder, and he just showed off the arm, and it just was not quite deep enough. So that's the second out.
And Semien would have been out by 20 feet. Yep. Normally Mike Gallego aggressive to third base would send him, but Mike Gallego knows the strengths of the outfielders, especially their arms. And this, while the first one with Semien carried to the wall, this could not carry deep enough, and Bradley picked it up perfectly, and that one hopper to the plate. And now the A's have to do it with 2 outs again, as they did in the first inning.
Fastball inside.
This game should be 2-1 already.
Yep.
It should already be that.
Just a bit outside. Ron Culpa, the home plate umpire, you saw after the pitch, looked to his right. Just kind of letting everybody know that he thought it was outside. Two-ball breaking ball, and it floats right in there for a strike.
One thing about Miley, the trouble he has been in the first 2 innings, now the third, it does not take much time, just rapid fire.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, Ray. He does not mess around. He gets back on the rubber, and he knows what he wants to throw. Two pitch on the ground to Pedroia. Scoops it, throws, side retired. So another frustrating inning. The A's now 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position through the first 3 innings. 1-0 Red Sox after 3.
baseball at-bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live bookends, replay reviews, radio broadcast, statcast, and more. Get MLB.com at-bat for your smartphone or tablet.
That gentleman's into it. He's locked in. MLB. Here's Hanley Ramirez. First pitch from Gray at the knees for a strike.
Eric Sonny Gray's last start went 6 innings and gave up a run early. He had a 167 earned run average. We wondered if it's the .67 was going to show up, and it didn't. Gave up just the one, and that was it. Left with the lead, but unfortunately, Mariners came back to tie and eventually won an extra innings. Sonny Gray is good, and while the first run probably should not have been given up, Sonny Gray trying to make sure that's all they get. That was the first pitch strikes thrown by Sonny. First run to Ramirez in this inning.
Hanley Ramirez is a pace of game violator, is he not?
Yeah.
He may be the worst of all. Ain't not worried about it, that's for sure. No swing.
Yeah,
it was
a
close.
kick. It
That's
was
a swing.
close. It was a swing. But you know, he's stepping out after every pitch, and really by the rules and the pace of the game, that's not allowable. And just wonder, of course, I think we can afford to pay the fines if necessary.
That one is a strike, and Ramirez strikes out looking. 5 strikeouts for Sonny Gray.
Little backup slider, and while it was maybe not what it was intended, but it worked out great. See how the ball just kind of ran in on Ramirez instead of away from him. And you see the spin. And he started and held up and stayed perfectly on the inside part of the plate.
Here's Sandoval. Good pitch there, inside corner, 95 miles an hour. Sandoval struck out on a pitch in the dirt in the second inning. So he's now 1 for 9 in the series. Better swing there, fouled straight back. Red Sox will head to Seattle after the game as their 10-game road trip continues. They will have a 4-game series against the Mariners. So they should get there at a decent hour. Of course, the always kind Oakland A's play day games and getaway day, 12:35, which certainly helps the team that's taken off.
They don't mind fighting a little traffic at the airport. And really, it's better than the 12:05 start last week in Minneapolis. That's a little bit much. I mean, that's an early run.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt again. Sandoval is retired. 6 strikeouts now for Sonny.
Yeah, left or right, and watching him swing in this series, why would you ever throw him a strike?
Yep.
That pitch, not even close to being a strike, but always aggressive, and all the more reason as what he did on Monday night to hit the fastball. That was not a strike, is 0-2, but he happened to swing hard, made contact, and no chance of contact in this one. Nice block by Fegley, and again a 2-3 and a put out.
First pitch to Holt. Good pitch, a 95 outside corner, 0-2. Nice groove for Sonny Gray right now.
Well, I'll say this with Sonny Gray and able to throw any of his pitches for strikes. If you're a guessing hitter, he'll eat you up because just threw curveballs in the dirt and then back-to-back fastballs to Holt.
Ray, we have the dot for you. Remember Ray talks about the dot on a breaking ball?
It is. See the rotation of the seams, exactly. And see, that's a slider, but it's acting like a splitter. And you can see the rotation. Hitters, good hitters, actually great hitters, can see that. They won't swing at it, but very few can.
In the dirt again. Throw to first, and Holt is retired, and that's a strike out the side inning for Sonny Gray. He's got 7 strikeouts through 4 innings. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Some clouds, but plenty of sunshine. Have not had that summer warm-up just yet. Still a little cool. Canna, Fegley, and Burns here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Canna skies one towards center. Betts goes back. Now he's got to come in, and he's got it. So Canna has lined out to center field twice so far in the game. Hey, today's timeless moment is brought to you by Coors the Banquet Beer. We're going back to 1929. For the first time in Major League history, a game features both teams wearing numbers on the back of their jerseys when the Indians host the Yankees at Fleet Park in Cleveland. The numbers will become a permanent fixture on each club's attire. And of course, supposedly the story is that with the Yankees, they did it by batting order.
That's right.
And Babe Ruth hit 3rd, Lou Gehrig hit 4th, so their numbers were 3 and 4, and that's going to be over the head of Bradley. So Bradley picks it up, and Fegley has a double. So A's are going to have another runner in scoring position.
And we have noticed in this series the outfield is playing very shallow. Victorino last night. And then again, a breaking ball, Fegley. And it's good to see him get a hit out of this because he's not catching every day. Stephen Vogt's having an unbelievable season. And so for this ball to be hit well enough to get over Bradley's head, his speed is there. And of course, probably still figures, as we all know, you'd rob more in front than behind. But that was able to be hit over his head. And once again, a runner in scoring position.
Shot, nice play by Sandoval. Short hopped it on the backhand, and he throws out Burns. What a play by Sandoval. He was not even with the bag. He was on the grass. So that saved a run.
That's a double and maybe a triple the way Ramirez is playing shallow, and an excellent play. Holt going over to back up after the ball had been caught by Sandoval. He looked the runner back and had to hurry with Billy Burns running.
He's very good at 3rd. He stays in on the grass for Sogard. Sogard, shallow left. Holt fighting that sun, and Holt makes the catch. And that's a 6-pitch inning for Wade Miley. And another runner stranded. So the A's trying to capitalize. They can't do it. They trail 1-0 after 4. Red Sox. He's going to the Hall of Fame this year. 219 career wins, 6th best winning percentage in Major League history. He was the All-Star Game MVP in '99, 3-time Cy Young winner. He won the World Series title in 2004, and that was the big one for the Red Sox, their first title since 1918. So Pedro Martinez, along with Randy Johnson, John Smoltz, and Craig Biggio, going to the Hall of Fame this year. He was nasty.
Yes, he was, and he knew it. That All-Star game in Boston when he struck out, what, 4 or 5 consecutive batters. I mean, some big, powerful guys in the National League.
Pedro Martinez.
Pedro Martinez, when he's with the Montreal Expos, he would try to work on the side, and supposedly he would hit players as they've stood in. They had to put mannequins up because they figured he could crush a mannequin, but not a player. They didn't want to hit players who want to stand against him. That's not good control. And then he turns out to have the best control of anybody.
Yeah.
Throwing a great changeup and a slider. And in the Hall of Fame, very deserving.
He started with the Dodgers, youngster, and then early on traded to the Expos. He was great with the Expos and even a little bit better with the Red Sox.
And if it had control, he probably wouldn't have been traded, you know, so maybe that was refined when he got to the Red Sox. But along with Big Papi, David Ortiz, that was Manny Ramirez. They had some great teams in Boston.
3-2 to Nava, Bradley to follow, and then Leone. Left center, Coco coming on, and Coco dives, and he's got it. So another nice defensive play by the A's, and Coco crisp.
Now the ball slicing in and into left center. So remember, Coco did not get a lot of reps in left field during spring training because of the injury to the right elbow. He did play some in Cleveland, played some in Boston, and started in left field in 2012 when Cespedes came, but moved back to center, but he's been predominantly a center fielder.
Ball comes off the bat a little bit different.
Yeah, that one slicing, fortunately slicing back a little bit to him.
This is Jackie Bradley Jr., who hit a fly ball to left, his first at bat.
Coco likes the high strike today. It's Coco and the catch, and then able to hang on to the ball when he hit the ground.
On the ground, right to Sogard, who scoops it up. Second out here in the top of the 5th inning. 6 in a row retired by Sonny Gray. No walks, 7 strikeouts, and 3 hits allowed. So Sandy Leone will hit. Only one other game being played at the moment. It's a National League game. The Nationals and the Diamondbacks are in the 3rd inning down in Arizona. There's a couple of mid-afternoon games and the rest at night. There's a shot toward Reddick. Backs up, grabs it, side retired. So second straight 3 up, 3 down inning for Sonny Gray. See if the offense can get a clutch hit. A's trailing 1-0.
Left fielder, number 4, Coco.
Fans purchase a group of 25 or more in the field level on select games, and everyone in your group will receive an A's replica batting practice pullover. For more information on available games or to book your group Jersey Day outing, it's a good day. Call 510-638-GO-A's or visit athletics.com/jersey.
Here's Coco in the top of the order. Coco has walked and grounded out. I think Coco's going to get a hit here, Ray. I think he's going to get his first hit of 2015. It just hit me. I think he's going to do it.
Well, let's not do what Manny Ramirez did about 2003 for the last 4 innings. He pointed to center field with every batter. Finally, one of them hit a home run. Is like he knew. Well, you point every time somebody comes up. Eventually, it might happen.
I'm not doing that.
Attaboy, okay. Just got it.
And Coco's going to be aboard, and that should be a hit. And it is. I was just guessing. So Coco gets his first hit of 2015. they want the baseball. They threw the baseball into the dugout.
I hate to say it, but that got.
So Coco had gone 39 straight hitless at bats. Of course, that dates back to last year. Canseco went 40 straight in 1986.
Yeah, Chris Carter started his career over 33.
Yeah.
They want to sit back to AAA. How would you like to go back to the minor leagues? Hey, how'd you do at the show? Well, I went 0 for 33. But I'll be back. And, of course, he is back hitting home runs and came back that year and got some hits.
So when you get called up and then you go back down to the minor leagues, you need to have a batting average when you go back down.
That's right. Bragging rights.
Sandoval has it. Fires to second for one. On to first. Double play.
Wow.
So just like that, 5-4-3. Pedroia had to reach up for the pivot.
Hey, Ty Waller is telling Marcus Semien to stay there. They're going to review it, and Melvin is saying no. The high throw, and then Pedroia, though, really unloads it quickly, and amazing how much he gets on his throw. Marcus Semien runs well in a 5-4-3. Seems to be difficult, but Pedroia makes the difference. And that's the reason they did not challenge it, because he was out.
Out close.
Yep.
And he was.
And really too close to even worry about it.
So 2 outs, Reddick hits. It's funny, the replay has become such a big part of the game now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do think, and I'm used to it now. I mean,
Sure.
a close play, you look at the manager to see if he's going to throw the flag. And that was a good call by Brian Knight. So 2-2 the count. In the air, shallow, Betts still coming in. Mookie Betts showing off that speed. He's got it. Side retired, so leadoff hit for Coco Crisp, but the double play wipes him out. And we're going to the 6th. Still 1-0 Boston. It's tonight at 10:30, and it's on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. It'll be a busy show of highlights from our game here at the Coliseum. Right next door, Game 5, Warriors-Grizzlies highlights, and Roz and Rada with post-game reaction. Ben Free, Dave Feldman will host. So Game 5 tonight, Warriors-Grizzlies right next door.
Knew something was up today with the parking situation.
Cut that parking lot in half. Green and gold on one side, blue and gold on the other. That game. So 7:30, Warriors-Grizzlies tonight. So it's 6:30. It's Warriors Playoff Central, an hour. So check into Comcast Sportsnet Plus for that, and then get comfortable for the game.
I just have to hope that Sonny Gray continues to pitch effectively and gave up the 1 run, a 2-out bloop single to left field, or a single that stayed in the air a long time and ended up dropping. And that's the only blemish today for Sonny Gray. 3 hits total. Got a nice streak of consecutive batters retired.
That would be 7. A couple of strikeouts for Betts. And now the count is full. Sonny Gray has 6 strikeouts swinging and 1 looking in. Most of them have been in the dirt.
That's right. May get another one here. Struck him out on the slider his last at bat. Went 3-2 to Betts. Get him on the slider.
Fastball's popped up. Sogard comes in. Simeon is cheating over a little bit as well, but it's right to Sogard. He grabs it.
Remember these sunny days, and just a reminder, Eric Sogard wears glasses. No sunglasses, just glasses. And
Number 15.
he uses his glove a lot, which he has to do, especially in the sunshine. And there are a few clouds, but not enough to really help with the overcast all day. But
I wonder if he's ever thought about, like, you know, those sweet clip-on sunglasses that you clip on? Those are awesome.
And you wear a clip-on tie at the same time, right?
Exactly. We should ask Sogi if he ever thought about some of those clip-on sunglasses.
I think he's kind of comfortable with his glasses he's been wearing.
It's really clip-on lens is all they are.
But how would you put them on top of your cap like guys do with the sunglasses when they don't need them?
That's true.
Put them in your back pocket and crush them. Nerd power. He's got a lot of power this year. And
0-2 pitch. And Pedroia rips one toward the gap. Coco on the move, and Coco caught it. He ran a long ways for that one. Billy Burns was shaded a little bit toward right center, so it was Coco's to get, and he got it.
And that's a right-handed hitter also, as the angle was perfect and the headlong dive hit in the grass, and Coco's put on a show last night and this afternoon defensively. And Burns, look what Burns was, backing him up, which is good. So always Coco, as a center fielder, knows that the center field is there even though he's playing left field, and he did it when he played center.
So David Ortiz steps in. He swings and misses.
Yeah, now Ricky always told Coco this spring, he said, you know, it will save wear and tear on your legs if you play left field. I think maybe today,
Maybe not.
maybe he'll talk to Ricky when he comes back in and said, I've been all over the outfield.
He's impressed.
Ricky, one of the best left-handed, well, one of those rarities. He threw left and batted right, but that left-handed glove going down the line and his strong arm getting the ball back in prevented a lot of extra base hits.
Get to the line and spin around.
That's it. He did it. Was one of the best. A guy named Clemente in right field did pretty well also. Dave Parker, great arms. Ichiro, of course, right field.
2-1 pitch. Big bouncer foul. So Coco the last 2 games has made some terrific defensive plays. Good throw here. spins around, reaches up, makes a nice play there. So that was last night, and then we've seen a couple nice plays tonight.
And he got a hit.
And he got a hit. So 3-2 to Ortiz. Ortiz has bounced out twice. And he's ready. Payoff delivery. Foul back. Good swing there by Ortiz. Ortiz is 2 for 11 in the series. Single and a double and an RBI. And that's a swing and a miss, and it goes to the backstop. Ortiz did not run right away, so Fegley has plenty of time to pick it up. Flip to first, side retired. Strikeout number 8 for Sonny Gray. A's trailing 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Bloop, base hit, left field. Coker came charging in, and just a tad bit short. Sonny Gray has settled down. That shouldn't have been a run, but he struck out. Curveball, slider in the dirt has been great. 5-4-3 double play as the A's had an opportunity there with Coco getting his first hit of the season. Didn't happen. In the end, runner at third, nobody out. Josh Reddick popped up, showing a little bit of frustration. The A's 0 for 10 runners in scoring position. We'll kind of tell you to find out what's possible with AT&T. Call 1-800-PICK-ATT, mobilizing your world.
So Billy Butler to lead it off. Butler, Laurie, and Canna. Wade Miley about to throw pitch number 75. And he's a rock and fire guy. No wasting time with Miley. A's have 4 hits off him. He has walked 3, and he does not have a strikeout. Doing a very good job with first pitch strikes. And there's a shot base hit by Butler.
And you'd think Billy Butler would be happy, but he's got to be more frustrated than anybody. He's had a runner at third, less than 2 outs twice. And for a man who drives in more runs than anybody, goes out and gets a slider that's low. But unfortunately for him, it hit a shallow fly ball and a ground ball to third, with runners at third. A runner at third, less than 2 outs. But this time starts the inning with a base hit.
So for the 4th time in 6 innings, the A's had their leadoff man aboard. And time for them to cash in. Here's Laurie, who has hit a fly ball to center field, and he has grounded to second. Missed again, 2-0.
Well, what Stephen Wright did last night for the Red Sox, the point you brought up about eating some innings, and he did a great job. But he saved the bullpen as he finished what Masterson started early, and he departed the game early, but Stephen Wright came in. So the bullpen rested for the Red Sox thanks to Mr. Wright.
He threw 5 2/3 innings, right?
And we were talking, John Farrell said, how many times will you see nice going, great job, see you later. But in the case of Wright, maybe in the rotation pretty soon. Yep. Pitched so effectively.
So the 3-0 pitch is in for a strike. Pitch there right in the outside corner.
He may have been shocked to get fastballs 3-0, 3-1, and maybe something spinning on the 3-2.
And the 3-2 pitch is a fastball inside, and the A's have 2 on and nobody out. So walk number 4 for Wade Miley. Nobody's throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. Tazawa is actually just kind of stretching out, running a little bit down there. He's got 2 batting gloves on in case the pinch hitter's needed, so he could do either or. Ray, come in to pitch or get a little pinch hit action. Canna fouls it back.
And it always reminds me when I see that. Right, Thurman Munson wearing batting gloves on both hands, catching. You know, rather keep my hands warm than worry about throwing.
Yeah.
He's always ready, keeping the hands warm just in case.
0-1 to Canna, who has hit a pair of fly balls to center field. Swing and a miss, and it was a big swing. So Miley ahead in the count, 0-2.
Well, he's spotting his fastball, throwing the fastball a little bit more as he did all 6 pitches to Lowry, walking him after that low slider. A base hit by Butler to start the inning. So the A's another runner in scoring position, trying to get a big hit.
A little bit inside, but a pretty good 0-2 pitch from Miley.
Might have got lucky with this one. Had to be high, just a little bit off the plate, but pretty good pitch anyway.
Blocked nicely by Leon. Fegley is the on-deck hitter. Remember, Butler, not a lot of speed at second base.
And that's a slide in the dirt, and that's good technique by Leon. Brought the glove up. Fortunately for him, the ball did bounce into his chest protector.
Popped up. Infield fly rule immediately called, and Nava has it. So the frustration continues for the Athletics. They're now 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position, but still a couple chances here in the 6th. Can you have kind of a team frustration when you start to feel where, you know what, we're blowing some opportunities here? I mean, they may not know the exact number of 0 for 11, but I got to believe the dugout realizes that, you know what, we're letting some things get away here.
And I think happens on the positive side. Guy makes an out, like whether it's second, third, or in this case first and second. You know, you walk back and say, pick me up, you know, and next guy tries to pick up what maybe the guy did not do. But I think it's a rollover effect where one guy doesn't do it and the guy puts a little bit more pressure on himself. Sonny might even want to bat. He's pitching great, holding the Red Sox just 1 run, and maybe that shouldn't even score.
0-2 pitch, and Fegley swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, rolls out in front, but he's out. First strikeout for Wade Miley.
A fastball slider in the dirt, and did not get the same type of pitch to hit over the right fielder's head that he did his previous at bat.
So here's Burns. I think the scenario here is interesting, Ray, because with Burns, you will always see the outfielders play very shallow, which they're doing, and you have a slow runner at second base.
Well, you have the speed at first, so the same ball he hit last time, if it goes past Sandoval, it'll go down the corner, and both runners will score. And Burns might have a triple, but he's got to make the contact, hit the ball hard, and try to find a hole. But you're right about the outfielders. You know, nobody's close to Billy Butler at second base. He could get another 5 or 6 steps.
That's true. Sandoval charges. He's got it. And the struggles continue for the Athletics. They had first and second, nobody out, do not score, and we're on to the 7th. Still 1-0 Red Sox. Of 2011, that looks like Brett Lawrie. It was his first career grand slam, and it was against the Athletics and Craig Breslow. He was a little fired up that night when he got in the dugout. We thought he was going to lose his mind. And now he's an Oakland Athletic, and he's a lot of fun.
And that guy on the right, Craig Breslow, who we know as every day never say no Breslow, he's got twins on the way.
Nice, congratulations.
So, yeah. Fixture back in the New England area.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. He'll be followed by Sandoval and Holt. Top of the 7th, 1-0 Red Sox. This was after he hit that grand slam. Watch his helmet. We weren't sure what was going on that night. Now we have a little better understanding. 1-1 the count to Hanley Ramirez.
Always staying loose, always moving around.
I'm telling you, you got to get the Lawrie cam. Just plant a camera on him. Brett Lawrie picks that one. Nice play. Throws in time. Hard hit ball.
Made it look easy. That's a tough play. And I don't know if you can charge and try to get the short hop, but he did it perfectly. And, it's got to be a great feeling for an infielder to make a play like that and feel the ball in your glove and say, got him. And throw is secondary, but catching the ball, especially the way he did, hard shot, and able to come up with it cleanly and make the strong throw.
Up the middle, Simeon has it. Throws in time, so Pablo Sandoval was retired. So 2 outs here in the 7th, and Sandoval's at bat. It was actually a race, Ray, between would Sonny Gray throw the first pitch to Sandoval before Hanley Ramirez got back to the dugout, and he actually did release the pitch before Hanley got to the dugout. It was a little inside game.
That's a great
playing up here. Because you just don't want to be in a hurry to do everything. Here's Holt. First pitch at the knees to Brock Holt, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. So Tazawa is now ready to start throwing. Sonny Gray's got quite a stretch going here. Just counting it up. You got 12 in a row?
Yeah, Ortiz made the out after Pedroia's base hit. Single to right field by Pedroia, and that's it. Combination of strikeouts, ground balls.
Good curve, and now it's 1 and 2.
And basically telling his mates, guys, I'm doing my part. And just need a release to run. Try 2. Great curveball.
So he able to throw the curve for a called strike, and then also able to drop it down in the dirt, which he's getting guys to swing at. He's sitting on 98 pitches.
I tell you, it's hard and going to be hard to take him out. Remember, he went 119 and then 104. 6 innings, 104 in his last start.
And a nasty pitch there. Picked up by Fegley. The tag. 9 strikeouts for Sonny Gray, and he is rolling along. 13 consecutive Red Sox hitters have been retired. 7th inning stretch coming up. Plus, it's an hour before every game, post-game, and on Sportsnet Central. It's all the way through the playoffs. Coverage begins tonight at 6:30. Raz, Monty, Ratto, Papa, Saint, JB, Feldy, and Fareed will have all the coverage that you expect from the authentic home of the Warriors. The Warriors trying to take a 3-2 lead in that series. Warrior fans out in full force. So game 5 tonight. Game 6 will be Friday in Memphis. If it were to go to game 7, game 7 would be on Sunday right here at Oracle. One and 2 to Sogard. Crisp will follow, and then Simeon, bottom of the 7th. The handshake, more often than not, means you're done for the afternoon. Pedroia scoops up the in-between hop. Sogard's out. So one away here in the bottom of the 7th. Scribner starts to throw.
Well, unfortunately, we have seen this happen before. Not the fact that Evan Scribner is warming up, but in fact the A's, the first 2 batters walked. And a great opportunity to get on the board in the first inning, especially with Sonny Gray pitching. Unless the A's do something this inning, he's going to leave the game trailing 1-0, and it should have been at least scoreless, but A's should have added some runs. Wade Miley a lot of credit because he's been in trouble all day, at least the majority of the time. But the A's, what, 0 for 13?
0 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Coco hits one high in the air, but it's playable for Ramirez, who grabs it. So Coco just got underneath that one.
Wow. It's John Farrell. He may be going to his bullpen.
Sitting at 99 pitches.
That's what he's going to do.
How about that? Miley's probably going, wow, what? 5 in a row? I was tired. So he was able to work in and out of jams, and he leaves with a 1-0 lead. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. It's your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
Your attention, please.
Fifth for a special holiday matinee as the A's will take on the Detroit Tigers at 1:05 p.m. that afternoon. 15,000 fans will get an A's road cap presented by Comerica Bank. Get your tickets now by calling 877-493-BALL or visit athletics.com/tickets.
So Miley, 99 pitches, 6 2/3 innings. He leaves, the bases are empty. And Junichi Tazawa, the right-hander, comes in to face Simeon. 2 outs. The first pitch is grounded to Sandoval. Nice big hop. Side retired. Tazawa throws 1 pitch, and the A's are gone in the 7th. We're headed to the 8th. Still 1-0, the Red Sox lead.
by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
So it's a 1-0 Red Sox lead. It's been that way since the second inning. Top of the 8th. We got a new pitcher. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. It's Evan Scribner for appearance number 18. No wins, no losses, an ERA of 2.89. 2 walks and 20 strikeouts so far this year.
Well, here's something that the bullpen for the A's has a chance to do. That's get a W. Because if they can hold the Red Sox, give their offense a chance to come back and at least put one on the board right now, trailing 1-0. Sonny Gray, another great performance. And unfortunately, after 99 pitches and 7 innings of 3-hit baseball, just 1 run, no walks, 9 strikeouts, and a performance that's worthy of a victory, but he won't get it.
Nava saw a breaking ball and he hits it into right field, right center field for a base hit. So leadoff man aboard. Here's Jackie Bradley Jr.
Hanging curveball, a good pitch that normally throws, but that one hung. It's hit very well by Nava. Start this inning.
Could be a bunt play here with Jackie Bradley, who's a very fast runner. Maybe the Red Sox looking for that insurance run. Laurie thinks so. He's in on the grass. Brian Butterfield's going to go through all the signs again. Nava pretty good speed at first. Bradley to bunt. It's in the air and Scribner grabs it. 1 out.
Let it drop. I mean, the catcher, and there's a sign, and geez, it's so rare that it happens, but watch what the hitter does. He bunts the ball in the air. He's so upset. He stands at home plate, starts to jog. Meanwhile, the runner first goes back to the bag, and it's a soft grass in front of the mount. Let it drop. You got double play.
So
there's a sign.
Maybe the best way to do it would be to throw to first and then back to second.
But what happens? You go like you're going to catch it and just follow the ball down.
Sure.
It's not infield fly rule. Just drop your hands down, drop it all the way to the ground, catch the ball. You've frozen everybody.
Surround it a little bit so it doesn't take a crazy hop.
And usually on the grass, on the dirt, it's less likely.
That's true.
Although I mentioned Dick Green last night, and Dick Green would do it all the time. Even on the dirt, let the ball hop, get the faster runner off the bases. It may happen once or twice a year, but every time I think guys are so concerned about getting it out. And that's why in spring training you work on it. There's a sign from the catcher. You yell it, and that's usually what happens. But man, let's hope the A's get out of the inning.
0-2 to Leon. And that hit him. An 0-2 pitch hit him. So now it's 2 on 1 out and the top of the order.
Curveball just going, try to get out of the way. Did the hitter that just kept finding and finding, and it was really kind of a purpose pitch that unfortunately ended up finding the foot.
Fernando Rodriguez starting to loosen up quickly. Games around the AL West are tonight. The Astros will host the Giants again. Astros struggling a little bit. They've lost 6 of 8, but still have a 4-game lead over the Angels in the West. Astros will, after that game tonight, they'll stay home. They will host the Toronto Blue Jays for a 4-game series starting on Thursday. So 2 on, 1 out. First pitch to Betts. Inside. Rockies and the Angels will finish up their quick series. There's a Bod now throwing. He joins Rodriguez. There's a strike call. 1-1 the count to Betts. Rockies will send Lyles to the mound. The Angels will send Santiago. Angels getting ready to take off on a 10-game East Coast road trip. So after that game tonight, they'll be gone for a while. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Well, the tantalizing slow curveball, and Betts, you can see him pull off the pitch, and his bat went with him as he opened up.
Pedroia to follow. Nice block by Fegley. Mariners will host the Padres.
Another curveball, and Fegley, we have seen with the curveball, he has a very good technique where he gets down and blocks the balls. The slider, the hard one that Sonny Gray threw, kind of kicked off his body, his glove.
Betts is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Fastball a little bit low, and now a full count. See if the runners move. They do not, and Betts just got a piece of it as the ball rolls back behind the home plate umpire Ron Culpin. The Padres-Mariners game tonight will be Shields for San Diego and Walker for Seattle.
Well, he just barely got a part of this on the cutter, and just enough to foul it. Fegley could not hang on.
So Scribner's ready. Another 3-2 pitch. And he got him with a fastball. So Betts strikes out for the 3rd time.
Good aggressive pitch by Scribner. Again, young man opening up just enough. And maybe the 5 home runs has caused him to open up, especially in the 3-2. But Scribner painted the outside corner. When you open up just enough instead of thinking opposite field, that's enough to swing and miss. Scribner knows he has one more batter. And that's the guy at the plate right now. As the Bod's getting ready for Ortiz, who's in the on-deck circle.
Pedroia is 1 for 3. And a first pitch strike with a fastball, 92 miles an hour from Scribner.
It's amazing what happens when a runner gets a second and the catcher has to go through multiple signs, and then when the pitcher starts shaking, you're tempted to just put down one finger, and you can't do it because you might get somebody at second decides to alert the hitter as to what might be coming. And I don't think you want to let Pedroia know what's coming.
No.
So you keep going through the signs, and it just takes a little bit more time, unfortunately.
Fastball is low. So Sonny Gray, 7 terrific innings, but unfortunately he will not get a win today. He's rooting for no decision on his record.
Well, that step off because Nava was getting a little bit extra lead off second base, but with 2 outs, nobody's holding him anyway. So pitcher at least take a couple of looks.
Good pitch right on the corner.
Cut fastball, a pitch that has been working well for Scribner. That's almost your tight slider type spin of the cutter, but it doesn't break as sharply and have the rotation of a slider. But you can see more of the seams creating the dot effect.
Runners bounced in the hole with the runner going from second to third. The throw is high. It sails into the seats. One run's going to score. Are they going to allow the second run to score? Leon is going to stay at third. So Nava took off from second to third, and Simeon's throw sailed over the head of Canis. So now it's a 2-0 Red Sox lead. So a base hit and an E6.
Well, just tried to hurry the throw, and it's unfortunate because it's a chance to get out of the inning. Cannon went up as high as he could, and not enough. Michael Zagaris almost caught it.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. It's your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. It's a long throw, Ray, but I think it's a throw that has to be made.
Yeah, and it's see the release point, and he did the backhand perfectly. That's what Mike Gallego teaches instead of trying to circle in front. But sometimes you backhand, you realize the runner is running hard. You try to hurry, and the release point is not exactly where you want it. And as a result, now second and third with an unearned run scoring.
And here's Ortiz. So Fernando Abad in for one reason, to get Ortiz. Fastball is outside.
There's also the option of having Ortiz be intentionally walked, but you have Ramirez up following him. So there's your backup, your protection, if you will.
Leon at third, Pedroia at second. There's a strike. Fastball 91. Ortiz 2 groundouts and a strikeout today. And another strike called. Ortiz didn't like it.
Well, good fastballs. I think David Ortiz might be thinking about the same breaking ball he hit for a solo home run last year against Tabata in extra innings. After the 2 home runs in the 9th inning against Uehara. Staying fastball. There's the outside signs.
Pop up behind third. Foul territory. Ball drifting, but Laurie stays with it, and he grabs it. Side retired. Unearned run for the Red Sox. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Boston 2, the A's nothing. This game summary is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 2-5-0 for the Red Sox, 0-5-1 for the Athletics. Miley was good. Nava with a bloop single that knocked in the first run. Sonny Gray, 9 strikeouts in 7 innings. His ERA now 1.61. But the story in this game so far, A's are 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position. In fact, they were 0 for 8 after the first 3 innings. So they let some early opportunities get away from them. And more often than not, that will come back and haunt you later in the game.
Well, especially the first inning. And you have back-to-back walks and just could not do anything. And even Reddick got both runners to second and third with just 1 out. And that kind of began the demise of the Athletics.
Got a leadoff triple from Simeon in the 3rd and could not get him home. Reddick today, a ground out, a pop out, and a fly out. 0 for 3. Facing Tazawa. Split finger, and Reddick strikes out. So Reddick's 0 for 4.
Well, get used to it, because if they have a lead, guy coming to the 9th inning, he's going to throw the exact same pitch. You have 2 Japanese-born pitchers throwing a split finger fastball, throwing hard in the strike zone, which usually it is, and hitters commit on a pitch that is usually in the dirt.
And there is Uehara. Often wonder, Ray, with Tazawa in that windup where he just lifts up that leg and then he just sits there for a split second. That's Tommy Lane, the left-hander. And you just wonder if that has an effect on the hitter. It's very subtle. Right there. He just sits for a split second.
And it seems like every Japanese-born pitcher does the same thing.
Hideo Nomo did it a lot. It's got to be an advantage for the pitcher from a timing standpoint. Because you may, as a hitter, you may kind of start your load a little bit right when he lifts that leg.
start, then you better stop because he's going to pause. Just trying to think of the Red Sox pitcher who they paid a lot of money for the.
Well, Matsusaka. Yeah,
Matsusaka.
he did the same thing.
I mean, he got rocked. Got rocked a couple of times, and I don't know how many times he's going to rock.
Big hop for Sandoval in time, and that's 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Eight consecutive A's hitters have been retired.
Now batting third baseman.
Sandoval knows he has time, so he can back up and take a couple of crow hops and still have plenty of time.
So here's Laurie. Laurie walked in the 6th inning. He's also grounded out and hit a fly ball to center field. Laurie with 4 hits in 11 at-bats in this series. First pitch is a fastball, 94 miles an hour, right on the corner. Clippard in the A's bullpen. Good swing there. That was a pitch to hit. And not where Tazawa wanted it.
Well, really kind of guessing. We've talked about Clippard with his great changeup and fastballs, and there's Tazawa and Uehara. You guess fastball or splitter, one of the two, and it's not as if he's going to use a splitter just for a strikeout. He'll throw it anytime.
So Laurie behind in the count, 0-2. See where Leone, the catcher, sets up. I think he wants it down and away. And that's right where it was. And Laurie swings and misses. Ball rolls away, but Leone picks it up, puts the tag on. And the A's go quietly in the bottom of the 8th. We're headed to the 9th. 2-0. Red Sox lead. Two nothing, top of the 9th. So the A's are going to get one more shot here. First, Tyler Clippard's going to try to keep the Red Sox at 2 runs. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and brake expert. So Clippard comes in for his 14th appearance. He's 0-2 with a 1.80 ERA. He's got 3 saves. So Clippard facing Hanley Ramirez. Clippard pitched on Monday night. In fact, he pitched 2 innings in that extra inning game. Ramirez has singled and scored, struck out, and grounded out. Swings and misses at a high changeup, and it's 0-2.
That's swinging hard when your helmet flies off. Got the leg kick, and you know, talk about timing in Tazawa. How about the timing of Ramirez lifting the leg? I mean, that's an exaggerated leg kick.
High and deep, but foul. Well out in front of that one, headed for the second level. So Ramirez is going to go for a little walk. He's going to just kind of stand outside the batter's box and just wait. Now he's ready. And that one way inside, so the count even at 2-2. Pablo Sandoval having trouble with those batting gloves as well. A lot of the Red Sox hitters seem to, it's like that Velcro doesn't work very well on their batting gloves. I wonder if they just got bad order of batting glove. Don't know. Possible. Base hit there for Ramirez. So his second hit going the other way.
Well, unless this series or this game goes beyond the 9 innings, Ramirez comes up again, he will leave this with just singles and home runs. No other extra base hit, but that fastball going opposite field. Chance for Sogard. Unfortunately, the ball was cut off to hold him to a single.
So Ramirez a leadoff single, and here's Sandoval, who has struck out twice and grounded out. Ramirez runs, and the ball is tapped towards second. Sogard grabs it. Ramirez had a pretty good lead, or a pretty good jump, I should say.
Sandoval, usually that happens. The hitter might not see him, left-handed hitter. He might not have seen the jump that Ramirez had, or he would have taken the pitch.
Now batting, number 26.
Sandoval, though, if you're a base runner, he's not going to give you a lot of pitches to take.
No, he's not.
To take and try to steal. He will be swinging early in the count, early and often.
So here's Brock Holt. Tough afternoon for Holt. He has struck out 3 times, all 3 times swinging. And the changeup in there for a strike. So 6 hits for the Red Sox, 5 hits for the Athletics. 1 error by the A's led to an unearned run. Simeon trying to keep Ramirez somewhat close, but Ramirez dancing off. So now the count 1-1 to Holt with Daniel Nava waiting in the on-deck circle, and Koji Uehara throwing in the bullpen. A's will have Canna, Fegley, and Burns, the 3 scheduled hitters, in the bottom of the 9th inning. Uehara getting ready for that.
Yeah. If it stays the same, of course, at least the A's will be trailing by 2. I figure Stephen Vogt's going to get it at bat in the 9th inning. The lefty started for the Red Sox and Miley, so any of the left-handers that might still be on the bench get a chance. Vogt in particular.
And out in front of the changeup, 2-2 the count.
Well, the changeup, and if you're a hitter that you're guessing and guessing correctly, that can happen right there. It just did to Holt. So now he has a dilemma: fastball or changeup again, because they both look the same.
Outfield shifted just slightly toward left. Crisp is shallow in left field. 2-2 pitch, and ball hit, made a little bit of contact. So Holt just barely stays alive.
It's Vic Carapazza, the second base umpire, actually helped out on this, as the home plate umpire really couldn't see. He put his hands up, but at the same time, Vic Carapazza also, and maybe helping the home plate umpire, because he had to look from second base to let Ron Copeland know that the ball did hit the dirt.
Fastball in, foul back.
You know, I'd like to see that. The umpires are all paying attention.
Yeah, that's true.
And did not take any sort of an argument or a confrontation, or he immediately saw it. Looked like Ron Copeland had also seen it, but I always like to see that instead of taking the time to have everybody talk about it. I wasn't watching, were you?
It's a bad thing for an umpire to say.
That's right.
So another 2-2 to Holt. Sogard has it, a couple steps to his left. So 2 away with Hanley Ramirez going to third. So now it's Nava, so Clippard has to get Nava. Nava's got 2 hits. In fact, he's been right in the middle of both the innings where the Red Sox scored. He's single in the second, knocked in a run. He singled leading off the 8th, and he scored a run. So Daniel Nava, his only start in the series, and he's been a big part of the offense. First pitch is high. Lowry way off the line at third, so Hanley Ramirez can pretty much do what he wants over there, and he went about 15-20 feet down the line. There's really nothing the A's can do about it. Change up, first strike. So it's been Gray for 7, then Scribner 2/3, gave up the unearned run. Abad got the final out in the 8th inning. Clippard here in the 9th. Fegley with the block. Uhar is pretty much ready down in the Red Sox bullpen.
And he's already happy with a 2-run lead, even happier if another one would score, but Tyler Clippard wants to take it back in the dugout, just down by 2.
So now 3-1 to Nava. Jackie Bradley is in the on-deck circle. Even though Bradley struggling offensively, and he's a good defensive player, so they're going to really keep him in the game. And Nava takes a little bit high, and it's the walk. That's the first walk issued by A's pitchers today.
Yeah, none last night either, Cap, and that's a good job by the pitchers. Pomeranz was outstanding last night. Was Rodriguez and Dan Otero.
So Jackie Bradley Jr. steps in. It's his 4th at bat. He's 0 for 3. First pitch to Bradley. Good swing, fouled it straight back. Bradley got a lot of playing time last year. He played in 127 games, but just struggled offensively. 198 with 1 home run, and he struck out way too much. Struck out 121 times in 127 games for a guy who's not hitting home runs. He's a terrific defender.
That only works so long, especially in a position other than catcher.
Swing and a miss. But he got an opportunity last year playing in that many games. So now he's behind in the count 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a high fastball. So the Red Sox strand a pair. So here come the A's in the bottom of the 9th inning. Canada lead it off. Uhara coming in.
Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
Here's today's Honda Player of the Game. Sonny Gray, what another outstanding performance for the young man, making his 8th start, and he was near perfect as he struck out 9 batters, did not walk a batter. Great curveball, sliders in the dirt. Just that one wild pitch advanced the runner to score position, and he did score on a blue base hit. But everything was working very well for Sonny Gray, with the exception of his club scoring him some runs. He left trailing 1-0. And now the A's have to score at least 2 to give Sonny Gray a no decision, because he had pitched well enough really not to be at this point.
So Koji Uhara comes in.
Well, Davis, the first of the 3 lefties, and Muncy in the on-deck circle, and I'm sure would think Stephen Volt's also in the mix someplace, but it's got to start with Ike Davis.
Drive to center. Betts going back, and on 1 pitch, Davis is retired. So 1 away here in the 9th inning. So Davis still with a little limp.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, for the Athletics. Batting for Kegley.
So here's Muncy.
Max Muncy.
Billy Burns the on deck circle, but you have to think Stephen Vogt, who has been hitting home runs this year, with Bob Melvin would like to save him. Now, actually, he's coming out in the on deck circle right now. He's going to hit for Billy Burns. Last year, great 9th inning against Uehara between Vogt and John Jaso. Made this place erupt. Trying to come back again this afternoon, down by 2.
Inside, called the strike. Muncy can't believe it. So actually both pitches kind of questionable strikes.
Yeah.
Right on the corner.
See Leon having to reach back for it, and of course that's a credit to the umpire to stay on the pitch.
And Harwood delivers, and there is the splitter, and that was a good one. So Muncy swings and misses. 2 outs here in the 9th inning.
Uehara's not taking any time. 1 pitch to Ike Davis, 3 pitches to Muncy, and now Stephen Vogt will try to keep the inning going. The ball just floating away from Muncy.
First pitch to Vogt, just a little bit low. Vogt had a good swing there, fouls it straight back.
I think Stephen Vogt's approach every day is, I may not be starting, but I'll be ready if they need me. And that's, you have to have that attitude, especially on a team that is going to mix and match lefties against righties, etc.
And there's still some. There's a little bit of National League in Bob Melvin as manager. He is not afraid to use all of his guys. Outside, now 3-1. Sogard in the on-deck circle.
See, that's the difference there. The 3 pitches to Muncy, and Muncy, of course, up for 2 or 3 weeks in the big leagues for the first time. Stephen Vogt taking them like he knew he was coming in. And I'm sure you were hard to remember what happened last year in the 9th inning, but let's Vogt on. And another lefty coming up. This one in Eric Sogard to try to keep it going.
Then Coco Crisp comes out into the on-deck circle. So Sogard steps in. He's 0 for 3. Uehara looking for his 7th save. First pitch fouled straight back. Sogard's got a home run in his career against Uehara.
I was just thinking that would be a perfect thing to see right now.
That'd be beautiful.
A walk, and Eric Sogard hooking one down the right field line for his first home run of the season, making it 2 against Uehara. You have to think Uehara would want that spreader to be tailing away and staying away from Sogard.
Well, the high splitter called the strike.
It's hard to have an idea of the strike zone, especially with that being called. And yes, Ron Culper likes the nose to the toe strike zone.
0-2 pitch, ball squirts away, and Vogt's going to hustle for second, and he'll make it. So at least it takes the force out away at second base, make the infielders throw it across the diamond. You never know.
Good attempt by Leon, just hit his chest protector hard, and good secondary base running by Stephen Vogt.
Uehara has his sign, and here's the pitch, and it's hit hard toward first. Nava has it. He takes it himself, and that's the ball game. So the A's are shut out for the 3rd time this year, and the Red Sox take 2 out of 3. It took 2 hours and 34 minutes in front of 22,389. So final score this afternoon on a beautiful day at the Coliseum. It's the Boston Red Sox 2 and the Oakland A's nothing. You've been watching Oakland A's baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California. Don't go away. A's postgame live with Brody Brazil and Shooty Babbitt starts right now.